Greetings. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace to people of good will. So, in the closing credits of the 2023 film Shazam, Fury of the Gods, there's a book with a lightning bolt on it, the Shazam symbol. And the book opens to reveal all sorts of drawings and symbols and scripts. And I'd like to show a very brief excerpt, a little 7-second clip in which the book opens to some Ge'ez text. Here, look at this, and fair use. Okay, so I paused it right here, which is the moment when the Ge'ez text was on the screen for just a couple of seconds. And as some might want to know what that text says, I thought it might be worthwhile to make a super quick video which gives at least a minor overview of what appears there. So here's a clearer look at the text, and this is actually a page from a 14th century manuscript with the tag MS 1748. And I suspect that this particular page was used because an image of it was already available online. And this page has a transition from one book of the Ge'ez Bible to another book therein. You see, the left column is the end of one book, and the right column is the start of another book. At the bottom of the column on the left is the name of the text, which is ending, and it's titled 2nd Ezra, but it corresponds to the text called 1st Esdras in the King James Apocrypha. At the top of the column on the right is the title of the next work, which is starting, and it's called 3rd Ezra. But it corresponds, however, to what might be called canonical Ezra, or protocanonical Ezra, if you will. In short, it's the version of Ezra which is in all Bibles, including those of the shorter Protestant canon. And if you want a rough or minor breakdown of what appears in the column on the left, I quickly threw together this graphic. It's not a parsing of the text, but it at least gives the viewer a general idea of what's there. And if you want to look it over, you can pause your video, and I ask that you forgive me if it's a tad sloppy. And likewise, for the column on the right, I made this graphic to give a general idea of what appears there. Now, on a minor technical note, the graphic differs slightly from the actual text in the right column insofar that the actual text, particularly in its lower half, has a lot of what appeared to my amateur eye to be extra alepphs, and in a few cases I didn't transcribe those extra alepphs into the graphic. I honestly wasn't sure what their precise function was, especially when they appear after the first person object suffix of a verb, like after the verb wahabani. Perhaps those more familiar with the Ge'ez language or the Ge'ez text can share some insights into what's going on here. But whatever the case, that's all I wanted to show in this short video. Like I said, I figured some might be curious about what appears there in that Ge'ez text that appeared ever so briefly in the closing credits of Shazam. So I wanted to make this short video giving a general overview, but I welcome any comments, questions, or criticisms. I myself have only recently started exploring Ge'ez, so corrections are always welcome. And with that, God bless.